All right, the next graph that we're going to be dealing with is a histogram. And a histogram is a graph that breaks the range of values of a variable into classes and displays only the count. So this could be count, or it could be the percent of the observations that fall in each class. And the classes should have exactly the same width. So each of these have the same width. And they call each of these a bin, and that the bin width. Now, is this the same as a bar graph? Hopefully you're saying no. These are closer together, and these are numerical values down here, or these are quantitative rather than categorical. So histograms versus bar graphs. Histograms are for quantitative, bar charts are for categorical variables, and bar graphs or bar charts have spaces between them, where histograms do not. Now, there's some drawbacks of histograms, is they're slower to construct by hand, and they don't have the actual values. So we use histograms mostly with large data sets, and we use stem plots or dot plots with smaller data sets. So if we want to make a histogram of all of these ages, what we would have to do is somehow figure out how to split these up. So these are the different presidents' ages, and we'll scan for an old age. 68 is pretty old, and a young would be 42. So it's going to be typically from the 40s to the 70s. So let's go up by 5. So let's create bins that go from 40 to 44.5, and then 45 all the way up to 49.5, 50, 54.5, 55 to 59.5, 60 to 64.5, and 65 to 69.5. Now when we do this, there's a few ways we can do this. We can go through and tally and make a tally until we have it all filled up. We could go, but I think the easiest would be to type them in your calculator like I did just here. And now I'm going to go to sort my L1 again. And when I do that, you'll see the data set. So 40 to 44.5, it looks like there's 2 data points. And then between 45 and 49.5, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 data points here. And then from 50 to 54, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. And then we have, I think you're getting the point now. And so you can fill in the rest of this distribution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so on. And then you can fill in the last little bit here. Now, another thing that you could do, so let's fill in those values. Hold on one moment. All right, now I filled in my data set, and so we're going from 40 to 44, and now we just need to graph these. So we can choose whether we want the percents or the counts. Here, I'll just do the counts, and I want this to go up to 13. So maybe I'll go by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 8, 10, 12, 14. And then we can write frequency over here. so we know what this is. And then we're going to go from 40 to 44. So let's say this is 42. And then here we can do the middle of that, which would be 47. Then we could 52, 57, 62, and 67. Now for this one, I just went from 40 to 44 and took the average, and then I just added 5 each time to go up. And now we'll just go up to 2, over, and down. And then we'll go up to 6, over, and down. 52, that's going to be 13. 13 again. 7. Oop, wasn't exactly how I'd like it, but it's the best I can do with this device. And now make sure we label presidents' ages. Oop, presidents' ages. All right. Now from here, we want to see how we can do that on the calculator a little bit easier. So I have all these in a calculator. We hit second y equals, and we're going to turn the plot on, and we're going to hit to the right until we get to the histogram, and hit enter. I put my data already in L1, so if I hit zoom 9 again, then we have this distribution. Notice this distribution doesn't look like the distribution that we had on the previous page, because the bin length and the numbers that we use. So what we can do is go to the window. This one starts, should we start it? We can start it at 40, and we're going to go up to 70. And now this tells us how much we want to go up by. So let's do an X scale of 5. Now when I hit graph, see how it looks more like the graph that we had. And if you want to check out the peaks, you can hit zoom, hit trace, and it says from 40, just less than 45, there's 2 data points. From 45 to 50, there are 6 data points. And so on, all the way across. All right. Now choosing the right bin size. So we could have changed our bin size here. Instead of it being 5, we could change it to be 2. And then it looks very scattered. And there's a lot of bins. If we change it to be 10, now we can't see the distribution because we just have 3 data points. So you want to find the happy medium between those two. So if we wanted to do 8, or if we wanted to do 6, you can see the distribution changes based on what our bin size is. And you want it to accurately show what's happening in the data. So you can play around with it and see which one looks the best to you, and then that's the bin size you choose. All right, now you try to make a histogram from the data here. Good luck.